Have you ever wondered how an audiobook comes to be? From the script, to the narrators, to the release day. It can be a lengthy process. Stay tuned and I'll tell you all about it. Hi, I'm Tanya E Williams, author of historical women's fiction, and today I'm taking you behind the scenes of how my audiobooks are created. But first, don't forget to hit subscribe, and you'll be notified each week when I release new videos covering topics that shape a story idea into a novel readers will enjoy. Turning a novel into an audiobook isn't a path all authors choose. You may have wondered why not all of your favorite novels have an audiobook option, and I can tell you, in one word, cost. Audiobooks can be pricey to create. Narrators are voice actors, and that comes with skill and talent and some tech-savvy know-how to get the job done. For that, they need to be valued for their time and their expertise. The first step in the creation of an audiobook is the selection of the narrator or narrators. There are a couple of production sites that offer the ability to hold auditions. So just like an actor would go to an audition to read for a play or a movie or even a TV show, narrators audition for the opportunity to be selected for an audiobook. As an independent author, I essentially set up the audition and then listen to all the submissions and make a decision from there. I should mention that authors who are traditionally published with publishing houses such as Simon & Schuster or Penguin Random House may not be as intricately involved in the process of selecting their book's narrators. Once I've decided on a narrator, and I can tell you, it's a hard decision to make since this pool is rich with talent. I make an offer to the chosen narrator, and once that offer is accepted, we begin the actual process of making an audiobook. Audiobook narrators are paid in a metric called per finished hour, or PFH for short. What this means is, no matter how many takes a narrator must attempt, or how many hours the actual narrating, proofing, and eventually producing of the audiobook takes, the finished length of an audiobook determines the amount the narrator is paid. The value of payment is determined by the narrator's per finished hour rate. For example, a narrator may charge $250 per finished hour, and if an audiobook is 8 hours long, then the narrator will be paid a one-time fee of $2,000. This, of course, gets a little more math-heavy when you have two narrators and need to split the fee dependent on the percentage of the book each one narrated. As a caveat to this, the previous example is based on the author paying outright for the service of narration. There are some options that allow the sharing of cost and earnings between author and narrator if both agree to do so. So, the narrator has the manuscript and they begin recording. As they complete an intro, a chapter, and more, they upload them to the production site. The author then listens to each section of the audiobook and makes notes if any changes need to be made. All changes go back to the narrator for fixes, and then the author re-listens to those sections again and either approves the audiobook or requests more changes. I will say, blips and misspoken words happen, so it's an important part of an author's job to review the audiobook before approving the final files. I'll give you an example that still makes me smile. I live in Canada, and we tend to refer to our winter hats, what Americans might call beanies, as toques. My narrators are based in the US, and the first time they said the word toque, it came out as toque. I hadn't realized at the time how geographical differences can make an impact on the spoken word. I also realize how valuable it is to have your books narrated, as I know as a writer, it makes me think twice about putting 3 words that all start with the letter T stacked together in a sentence. Once an author approves all the audio files, the audiobook is produced and digitally mastered by the narrators. This involves all the technical stuff I mentioned earlier and also comes with an investment in equipment for the narrator. With that complete, the audiobook is now in the hands of a retail producing site. ACX, for example, is the audiobook distribution channel for books you may listen to through Amazon, Audible, and Apple Books. Here's where the mystery begins. There is a suggested release time frame provided by ACX, but an author or narrator cannot necessarily set an audiobook's release date. It's a bit of a guess, and perhaps it's due to a little magic happening in the background as the audiobook goes through a quality assurance check. Most times, I don't even get notified when one of my audiobooks is live and available for sale. I suspect this is different for traditionally published audiobooks, as some publishers manage to release all of a book's format in one swoop. Once an audiobook is made available through the distribution channel of ACX, an author can submit the digitally mastered files to other audiobook distribution channels, such as Findaway Voices and Kobo. This allows the audiobook to be distributed worldwide to retailers and also to libraries via the Libby, Hoopla, and other library apps. Audiobooks allow for accessibility, especially given their distribution through libraries. And for me, they allow readers to experience a story in a new way, complete with tone, character embellishments, and more. I personally enjoy audiobooks and listen to them through my local library Libby app.
The Hotel Hamilton is looking for you, seeking capable and pleasant kitchen staff, bellboys, and maids. Located in the heart of the city, our new stately hotel will outshine the others with its upscale design and attention to detail.
I can hardly contain my excitement. Never would I have guessed another hotel was due to open so soon after the fanfare at the Hotel Georgia. I read the brief description, noting the time and location. Given this morning's discovery of the eviction notice, a job in a stately hotel could be the answer to all of our worries. I feel my cheeks lift, a slight smile gracing my lips as I imagine myself in the working world, wearing a uniform and earning away out of our money troubles.
So there you have it. This is how my audiobooks come to be. Have you got a question about audiobooks? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so YouTube knows this content was enjoyable. Thanks for watching and happy reading or listening.